Am I audible? So today we are going to continue with our discussion on binary search tree. As we know that what is binary search tree? Any node in a binary search tree is having a property which goes like this, that every value which is less than that particular node will be in the left part of the tree, and every value in the right subtree or every value which is greater than the node value will be in the right subtree. So first, today we are going to discuss the implementation part or the algorithm part of binary search tree. So let me take one example first. Let's first create a binary search tree for some values, and then we will go for the algorithm and the program or C program for the same. So let's take some simple values. Let's say we want to create a binary search tree for this value 20 and 43. Let's make it simple. Okay. So we want to create a binary search tree for this. Obviously, the numbers are arriving in these orders. So 23 is first. So you will start with the first node. So 23 will be my first node. And as we know, next node is 18, right? So what will be the position of 18? Yes, anyone? What will be the position of 18? Fine. So it will be on the left of 23, right? So let's join these two. Next is 35. Obviously, it goes to the right. 35. Next is 12. So 12 goes to the left of 18. Next is 20. So 20 goes to the right of 18. And next is 43. Right, so 43 goes here. So this is very simple approach. We also need a traversal for this, because whenever you want to verify something, we need. So let's write down the in-order traversal. In-order traversal means node value. What is in-order traversal? It will be left, node, and right. So if you go for this, the left, left. So that means 12 will be the first value, then node, so 18, then right, so 20, then node value, so 23, then right and then node, so 35, and then 43. So this is in order traversal. Similarly, let's first find out the pre-order and post-order as well, just for understanding. Remember, this is the topic which we have already discussed. So pre-order means node left, right. So node means it will start with the 23. Okay. So it will start with 23, then left. That means 18, then left. 12, then right. Then 23, then node. So 35, and then right. So 43. This is in order traversal. Similarly, let us write down the post order. Sorry, this is pre-order traversal and this is post order. In case of post order, left, right, and node. So left means 23 left, 18, 18 left, 12. So 12, then right. So 20, then node. So 18, then right. Right. So 35 and 23. So these are the traversal for this tree. Now let's just keep it over here and move to the program which you want to write for this. Remember, this is the node of the structure of a binary tree, any binary tree, and this is a binary search tree. So again, binary search tree is a special case of binary tree. So node structure will be same. That means you have some data part, some left part and right part. Left part points to the or left child of the node and right part points to the right child of the node. So let's first write a program. I hope this is visible. Okay. So the first thing is you need to define a node structure. So let's write down the structure for a node. As we know, it has three parts and this is binary search tree. So we will be taking a numbers. So you have one data component and then two node. One is a left node. So left, and second is the right node. So right. Okay, so this will be my structure of a node. Now I am interested in creating a binary search tree. So two things is minimum required. One is how can I insert a value inside a binary search tree? And second thing, how to represent that binary search tree? Because we can't you need to find out traversal for the same as well. So for that reason, we have we have to write minimum two function, one function for inserting a node and second function for traversal, right? So that will at least give us the idea about what we are doing. So most of the time, whenever you are writing this kind of a program, the base case is a switch case program. So what we are interested in something like this, you will take a choice from the user, right? Obviously, when you are taking this choice, you need to first display what are the options. So options are, okay. So the first option is, let us say, /t and insert. Okay, /t. We want next option on the next line, so /n. Then display, or let's make it more specific, in order. And obviously this will be a infinite loop kind of a program because we want to insert a multiple nodes. So you will have to write down something like this. So you require some exit, and this entire choice taking will go inside the loop, which will run for infinite. So while one, and then inside that you light a loop. So you have case 1 in which insert operation, and case 2 in which you want to perform in order traversal. So you write in order, and then in case 3 you want to exit. So exit means you will simply write return, right? And if I give any other choice, then I will simply say invalid choice. Okay. So this is a code structure of a program which is required. right? So let's first execute this. So obviously there will be an errors. Printf. Okay, this happens when you are using multiple languages. So in Python you have print, in C you have printf. So that's why these are the mistakes. So in okay. Semicolon. Fine. So this is a simple. First, I will check whether my okay, it's not working because I'm not taking a choice. Okay, so we require scanf first. So take a choice, so percentage %b and ampersand choice, right? So now if I execute this, it will ask me for options. Let's say 1, so insert, 2, so in order, 3, so exit. That means my switch and while is working perfectly. Okay. So now we will try to create a tree. As we know that any tree requires a root node. So I will require one root node. Okay. Because it's a dynamic memory allocation, we require to malloc it. Then you have to use size of function, size of what? Size of struct node. Because there is only one node, so you require. So this is an allocation, right? Now, so that means my root is allocated and initially my root is null. Okay. Now what I'm interested is in inserting something. So let's say you take the number from the user, what you want to insert. So enter number to be inserted. Right? Because you are entering that number, so you require one more variable to store that value. So what you will require now is percentage %p and ampersand value. Right? Now I want to insert this value inside a tree. So obviously it's a recursive function which is required because and that will also return my modified root value. So that's why you will write that function will return same data type struct node and you will pass the value of the root. So you require that and you will pass another value which is to be inserted. So this will be my function definition that I am passing the address of the root node along with the value which I am interested in to be inserted. If you have observed this, when there was no tree, that means their root node is null. So that means there was nothing. In case of root node is null, what you will do is you will simply create a new node and you will assign that node to the root node. So that's the first step which is required. So the first step what you require over here is to check whether root is null or not. If your root is null, then what is your job? Your job is to create a new node with this value, right? So that means you require one variable obviously that has to be allocated first. So what I am doing, I am initialize one variable temp node. Temp is allocated. Temp data is value. What this means that if you want to show it graphically, so I can show like this. This is the temp, right, which is being initiated, this circle. Now I am saying 20 temp of data is the value. So now my node is becoming something like this. So in similar context, what you have is temp of data is value. Temp of left is null. If it's a single node, so there is nothing on the left, there is nothing on the right. So temp of left is null and temp of right is also null. Okay. So this happens when you don't have any value. That means you don't have a root node, right? Let's say you have a root node. So instead of inserting 23, now you are inserting 18. So that means you have some values of root node. So obviously what you will do next, you will compare that value with this value. If that value is less than this node, then you will insert on the left side, right? So the next you will do is you will compare the value with the node value. If it is on the insert at left, otherwise insert at right. Okay. Now, what will happen? Again, you are saying that you insert 18 at here. Now, you have to just understand the recursion. Now, initially what we are saying, this was my root node, which was actually initially empty. So what I am saying now, I want to insert in on the left of this. So recursively what it means that I want to perform another insert function with root as what? Left of this and value as 18. Okay. So basically what I'm interested is in another insert function for which the root will be the left of the current root and value will be the value. Now whatever this insert operation does, so what I'm saying is, so what this will do, it will create another node with node value as 18. Remember, this is just a node is created, still no link is established between these two. So what should I do? Whatever address is returned by this, that should be assigned to the left of this. So that means I need to link these two. So for that purpose, what I am doing is, let's say this returns temp. Let's make it more generic. Right. So let's say temp is the value which is returned by this. So what I am doing now, root of left is equal to temp. So what this will do, this is my temp node, this was my root node. Root node was not empty, so I have compared this value with the value which is to be inserted, that is 18. It is found that 18 is less than root value, so I am inserting onto the left. When I insert on the left, it means that I am inserting on the left child of this. Now, because there was no left child, the left child was null. What happens that it takes, it calls the same function again with left as a root and value as value. Whatever it returns has to be assigned to the left of my calling function. Similarly, we'll do the same on the right. So what happens is you are passing right over here and here also it's right. Right. Finally, when this is done, you will simply return the root value. So what this will do, it will actually recursively create or insert the element at the binary search tree. So then I will call simply this. But remember, we cannot check the value yet, whether our insert function is working correctly or not, because we require traversal for that, obviously. Because traversal can only give us the idea about what the tree we are building. So let's try the traversal function. So in order, obviously any traversal function requires the node, right? So we are having passing that, let's make it node only. It's an in order traversal. So first you need to check whether your node is not null, because you can't traverse on the null node. Okay. So if your node is not null, then what you are doing, you are first traversing the left of node. So that means I am writing, then you are printing the node value. So %d node of data, and then you are traversing the right part. Okay. So you traverse left, print the node value, and traverse right. So that means now our two functions are ready. Let's now try to execute that. Okay. So first is enter your choice. So let's say we are entering, want to insert something. So let's continue with this value. So 23, 18, 35. So let's insert first 23, then again 18, then again 35, then 12, 20, and 43. So 12, 20, and 43. Okay. So we have, sorry, this is choice 12, 23, and 43. Okay. So my insert is working because there was no error, but in order traversal is not printing anything, right? So let's look at the program. What is the issue? Okay. First of all, let us make it more. Okay. The problem is here, right? Because we are returning something, but we are not updating the root value. So root was always null in my case, even though I'm inserting something, but I'm not assigning to the new root value. So now let's see. Okay, so first insert, we'll stick to the same 23, 18, 35. So 23, 18, 35, 12, 20, 43. And then in order. Again is not working. So let's see. So let's see this root null. Okay, we are inserting that, but I'm not updating the temp value because we have created the new. In this case, I think it should be return temp, or if I'm writing that return is root over here after if and else, then I can also do something like temp equal to root. Sorry, root equal to temp. Okay. So let's again repeat. (23), 15, then 35, then 12, then 20, then 43 in order. Okay, so let's see this in order is correct or not. It's 12, 18, 20, 23, 35 and 43. 12, 18, 20, 23, 35 and 43, right? So that is working perfectly. So that means my BST is creating, or binary search tree is created. That means my insert operation is perfect. Similarly, we can write pre-order and post-order. Okay. What is pre-order? Node, then left and then right. What is post-order? It's left, right and then node. Right? So you can simply create two more options. Pre-order, post-order. And we will create two new case. This is now my case number 5. This is case 4, case 3. Okay. This is pre-order and post-order. Okay. Now every time I don't want to perform something like this, so what I'm doing is insert root value is 23, 18, 35, 12, 20, 43. Okay. Clear. GCC insert. So all values should be inserted, right? Let's see. So insert, all values will be inserted. Then pre-order, in order, pre-order and post-order. It has to be correct. You can verify by simply looking at the final. Post order means your last node will be root node and pre-order node will be root node. Okay. So that means my traversal is, this is how you can perform the traversal. Let's say we want to search something. So let's write another function for performing search operation. Okay. What I'm searching is some value inside some tree which is been identified by the root address. Okay. So let's put it this way. Insert. Okay. Search operation. Remember, whenever you are searching something inside a tree, let's say you are searching for 36. So what you will do, you will start with the first node, root node, obviously. Okay. You are searching for 36 inside this tree. So you are starting with the root node. You will compare 36 with that value. Obviously, 36 is greater than 23. So your 36 has to be in the right subtree. Okay. So imagine that you are making another call, search operation for the right subtree. Again, you are comparing. Then you are searching, or then you will compare 36 with 43. 36 is less than 43, so you go to the left, and then you found something which is null. What this means? It means that 36 is not there inside a tree, right? So when you are searching something, and if you found a null node, then it is the case of element not found. Okay. Right? We will simply return from that only. Remember, we are returning null because this is the search operation which actually returns the address of the element which we are searching for, if it is there inside a tree. And if it is not there, obviously it will be null. Otherwise, because we are returning from here, I will not write in else part. Okay. That means my root is not null. It has some value like this. Here root is not null. It has some value. So what I'm doing now, I'm comparing 36 with this value. So comparing value with the root value. If it is less than this, then you are searching in the left part. If it is greater than, and root value, then you are searching in the right part. But it is not greater than and it is not less than. That means it's equal. That means you have found the value at that particular node only. Okay. So this is the case of element found. So let's write I hope this is clear. So let's write one more option for search. Obviously, when you are searching something, you must give some values which is to be searched. Okay. So enter the number or element to be searched. And whatever element it is being entered, you pass it to the search function. Okay, so let's it's some issue in our switch case. Wait. So first insert operation, that means every value has to be inserted. Okay, now let's find out something inside it. So search operation, enter the element which you want to search. 36, element not found. Let's say we are searching something else, 18. Element is found because 18 is there inside the tree. Okay, 6. So this is about search operation. You need to understand what we are doing actually. We are passing some root value, or sorry, the address of the root node and value which is to be searched. If you found that address is null, that means it's a case of element not found. So you will simply return null after printing element not found. Otherwise, you will compare the value with the data of this node. So if value is less than root data, then search in the left part. Okay, root of left. Otherwise, search in the right part if value is greater than root data. Otherwise, means it's not left, it's not right, that means it's equal. When it's equal, it means that element is found at the root node itself. So this is about search operation. Now the next is which I want to discuss is the delete operation, because if you complete this insert and delete and search, so these are the major operations which is to be performed on any data structure, and binary search tree also is the same. So before we discuss the delete operation, we need to understand what are the cases when we want to delete something. So let's discuss here only. So let's say we want to delete something from this. Now, whenever you are deleting a node, there are always a three case. First case, the children are not available. That means something like this, all the leaf nodes, where your left child is null, right child is null. When your children are not there, you have to simply delete this. That's it. Okay. And obviously, you need to update the left part or the parent node accordingly. Another case is you have one child, either the left or the right. So let's say this is the case. You want to delete 35. When you want to delete 35, what should happen is you want to delete 35. What should happen? I want to delete this node. So I will simply set up a link between these two. So that means technically what happens, 43 is taking the place of 35 because it has only one child, right? But let's say you want to delete something. So this is the second case when you have only one child available, either left or right. If it's a left, then left child will take the position. If it's the right, then right child will take the position. And the third option is you want to delete something which is actually has both the children. So let's say something like this, 23 you want to delete. So when you want to delete 23, the first thing you need to identify, there are two options. Who will take the position of 23 if I delete 23? There are two options. First option, some node from the left part or the left subtree will take its position. So if I want to take the, or if I want to find out the, let's make this tree more, so that gives you more idea about So this is 43. So let's make it 36. This is 53. Okay. And you have okay. So this is 15, this is 18, and this is 20. Let's say you have this tree that gives you more options, which is required to understand how we can delete something. So let's say now we want to delete 23. Obviously, if you want to delete 23, there will be some node from the entire tree which will take its position. And which should be that node? That node should be selected in such a way that you should not disturb the entire tree, and minimum disturbance or with minimum adjustment, your tree remains binary search tree. Okay. Remember, you can't just simply replace with anything, because if I say that you replace this 23 with 15, which is not true, because if you replace this with 15, then something on the right of 15, there is an 18, etc., etc. So there are lots of issues. So you cannot simply just replace it with its child value. So what you require, there are two options. Either you take something from the left part or something from the right part. If I want to take something from the left part, that means I will take the maximum value on the left part. In terms of in order traversal, you will take the in order predecessor. Predecessor means जो उससे पहले आता है. So if I generate the in order traversal for this, okay. So let's write traversal first. In order. So it's 12. In order means left node right. So left node and right. Again left node and right. Again left node and right. Right. Again left node and right. Okay. So this is in order traversal for this tree. So when you want to delete something, what you want to delete is 23. So you will find out who is the in order predecessor. Predecessor means जो उससे पहले आता है. उससे पहले कौन आता है? 20. So if I want to delete this 23, there are two options. One option is you replace this 23 with 20. Or second option, you replace something from the right subtree. Now again, for selecting something from the right subtree, you need to identify minimum node in the right subtree. Minimum is 36. Okay. So either you can replace this with in order predecessor. So if you see this, if you want to delete 23, either you can replace it with 20 or you can replace it with 36. 36 will be on the right part, 20 will be on the left part. So if you are replacing from something from the left, then it has to be maximum value from the left or minimum value from the right. So what it can have is something like this. This is 20 and this 20 will be removed. Okay. So this will be my tree after deleting 23. Similarly, if it was a other case, then this to be replaced and 26 will be deleted. So now again, if you see, there will be, this is a BST only, this is binary search tree only. So by making some single adjustment, we can preserve the properties of binary search tree. So this is the delete operation, how it is to be performed. Okay, I was supposed to write a program for that as well, but I think the time is up, so we can discuss it in the next class. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Any doubt? Anything which you want to ask? Fine. So that's it for today. Have a nice day.